Julia is everything that I'm not. She's free-spirited, she's adventurous. When my mind says, don't do that, it's dangerous, her mind says, I wonder what it'd be like to experience that.
Before my diagnosis, I was living a fulfilling life. Life was beautiful. Life was beautiful, actually.
Everything was normal, and really from one minute to the next, our lives really were flipped upside down.
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer during COVID, and I was only 34 years old. I had some stomach issues and an extreme fatigue until one day was so bloated that I could hardly breathe, so I went straight to the emergency. They knew right away that I had ascites, which is abnormal fluid in your abdomen. So it's often a red flag for cancer. And that's when I found out that I had a low-grade serous ovarian cancer. And at that point, they already knew that it was a pretty late stage. When I first heard the word ovarian cancer, I felt a lot of fear. And then came sadness. I was really aware that they were gonna remove my womb, my ovaries, and I knew I couldn't have a child on my own at this point, but I knew I still wanted to live.
The day Julia was being released from the hospital, her doctor sat down with us and told us, she said, if you were my daughter, Julia, I would tell you to go home, spend as much time with your family. That left us completely deflated, leaving the hospital. It took us months to start rebuilding hope in all of that.
After my diagnosis, I immediately went through the big debulking surgery, a full hysterectomy, and after that I did 15 rounds of chemo. That was pretty long, I would say. I was on chemo for a year and a half. Unfortunately, ovarian cancer is the type of cancer that comes back, and it did come back in 2023. My type of ovarian cancer is so rare that the options are limited and not effective. I did decide to go through chemo again, but I decided to stop midway because the success rate is only 10 to 15%. And it was not worth it for me to be more tired, more sick.
The hardest part of the journey so far is the idea that one day I might lose the person that's most important in my life.
Ovarian Cancer Canada helped me a lot through this journey. They were there to support me, and most importantly, they were able to give me what I was missing the most, which was hope.
They have an incredibly supportive and dedicated team. I honestly don't know if we would have been able to get through some of the most critical moments of our journey if it wasn't for them.
Ovarian cancer and misdiagnosis being overlooked are still far too common, even by the best doctors. I wish that more women and more people in general would know that a PAM test does not detect ovarian cancer. There's no test that detects that kind of cancer. We need to make ovarian cancer a top priority in our society. It doesn't have the same visibility and awareness that other cancer have.
But when I look back at it today, I think maybe it lit a fire inside of us to live life more fully. The most important thing, I think, in everyone's life is having happy days. So my role as a spouse today is helping multiply those happy days.
Do not put your life on hold. Yes, life is going to be different. It's going to be difficult, but please try to find some joy in those little moments.